welcome to SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Tonight, a fun one on tap for us. It's the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles and the LA Chargers. Here to begin this one is Cameron Dicker. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of the quarterbacks would sure love to have.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. It's a 29-yard gain, and that's good for an Eagles first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. That's going to be something to watch as this game goes on, Brock. We know they like to take their shots throughout.
Yeah, and we know this league today, Kate, loves to play that umbrella coverage, right? Try to keep everything in front of them.
Yeah.
The only way you're going to get behind them is to take shots like that one.
Hurts trying to get on 2nd down. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Now here he goes again. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
From the red zone now. He calls his own number again. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
Scrambles from the pocket. First and goal, Philadelphia.
Well, I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
Barkley is in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Darius Davis to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. So now out comes the Charger offense for their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Just ho-hum, more of the same production from Herbert in year 5. In fact, it was the cleanest football of his career, Kate. 23 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. But he's got to check that box of playoff wins. And that's not easy to do in this AFC.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. One deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Eagles get to it. And he will take it back for the Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 13-0 lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
But that quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Chargers, nothing.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Up the middle, Vidal. Yeah, good forward, about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Vidal. And this is going to take him up and across midfield there at the opposing 45. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
2 yards. And the Chargers, 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. In on the South, had that incredible breakout season last year was Zach Bond.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the air this time, Herbert has a man. It's Tyler Conklin, and he's tackled after gaining a handful.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
The Eagles go dime for this third down call. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throwing this one back of the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And 4th and 4 coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable in an incomplete.
They snap it to Herbert. That one's nabbed by Allen. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They stun this defense. They pick up 14 on 4th, and they pick up the first down, too.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Herbert throwing again. This into the hands of Will Dissly. And they had this down to the 11 before being marked down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Working inside the red zone. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
It's Herbert once more. We've got a screen to the running back. And that is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers make it a one-score game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14, Chargers 7.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Shipley now to return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taking a deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Has him on the quick hitter.
Hurts pass. Complete to Devontae Smith. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts looking to throw. And he's caught. He's got Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. He dodged the tackle. And they send him out of bounds right as he was coming up to that marker, Brock. It's going to be 2nd down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Now, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. Finds him on the crossing route. And they make the tackle at the 38. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Barkley off the pistol give. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Here's another carry for Barkley. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Offense staying out there on 4th. They say no to a 47-yard field goal. They'll run for it with Barkley. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. New set of downs for him from the 31. First and 10. Here's Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. On the play fake, it's Herbert. This is cut downfield by Allen. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
Back-to-back grabs here for Allen. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Running with Vidal out of the gun. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's second down.
10 more yards. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 14-7 game. We're back to SoFi right after this. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. They send the tight end in motion. Herbert with a blitz coming. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Chargers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Brad McConkey with a touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Shipley now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series, and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. He's got it at the 24. And a nice return out of him. They had it a little further up past their own 30. The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Herbert from the gun. He's got Quentin Johnson complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Out of the shotgun, a give to Vidal. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Another run for Vidal. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
5 men out in the secondary for the Eagles on 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Johnson finds the football complete. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's Vidal on the give. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
11 more yards.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, you got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Brought in. That is an LA touchdown. The Chargers take a 2nd quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Eagles 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Xavier Gibson now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Putting a receiver in motion. They go play fake with Hurts. Throw right side, caught by Smith. This one up to about the 27-yard line. Tuli Pulotu in for the tackle.
A gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Hurts now from the gun. Pass complete to Goddard. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Give him 5 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st down now, ball at the 33. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Downfield, and Goddard has it. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up.
Delay of game, offense.
Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty.
Still 3rd down.
All right, 3rd and 15 now following that delay of game. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Finds Barkley underneath. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
Braden Mann on the punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. Chargers are on him, and it's blocked! Free up the middle, it's a breakaway! And the blocked punt leads to a touchdown! They got there, they blocked the kick, Brock, and then absolute chaos ensued.
Yeah, look at the mad scramble to go get that ball. And then as he took off with it towards the end zone. What a wild, frankly, what a fun play to watch. Well, at least for one team. The other side, oh, that's a painful gap they'd rather soon forget.
Dicker on now for the PAT.
Extra point.
Right down the middle. It's good. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Chargers 28, Eagles 14.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Gibson now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Now Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 8 on that one, and that'll be good for a Philadelphia 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted. You've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
2nd and 3 now. Hurts yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
It's Hurts once again. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and 10 from the 43. They kick the running back in motion. The play clock runs out. This will be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 1st down.
So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Hurts throwing again. He finds Brown right side. And that's a nice chunk of yardage there. How about a 9-yard gain? It's going to be 2nd and 6.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Motion man right is Smith. Barkley trying this up the gut. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
Now, it has been an exciting one so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Hurts to throw. That is caught. He's got Brown. And And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. And he's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a one-score game before halftime. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Chargers and running back Imani Vidal trotting back out to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed to his running back. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one hits for 30. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. So the big play moves him well past midfield, has him set up now at the 35. Herbert on first down. He completes it in traffic. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. It's Herbert once more. Hits him on the out route. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers will add to their lead at the end of the half. Matt McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. Dicker on now for the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Chargers 35, Eagles 21.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining. Hurts on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. He's back to throw. Got his man. That's Brown again. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's Hurts. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. And they will not connect. Took his shot there to end the half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, big thanks to our guy Scott Hansen and everyone down in Orlando. We're back looking at a 2-score game here, Brock, as our 3rd quarter gets underway. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On return, here comes Davis. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Chargers, then running back Imani Vidal trotting back out to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Vidal trying this up the gut. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. They gain 11 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
1st and 10, Herbert. A quick slant, here's McConkey. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
A gain of 5.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. This is Vidal. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Throw here, 3rd down. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
So on 4th down, outruns J.K. Scott to send it skyward. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field.
At their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And no questioning on that exchange, Brock. He hits for 8 on 1st down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st down, Philadelphia.
All set to go now from the 35. Going to the ground again on 1st. Get some space around midfield. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. And because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And an Eagle 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st down, a run with Barkley. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
From the gun, it's a give to Bigsby. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Deion Henley.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
On 1st down, Hurts. Now here he goes. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Makes the catch, and he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
That's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
At the 2-yard line.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Barkley, and he gets in, touchdown! The Eagles start the 2nd half with some needed points. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Eagles 28.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Chargers and running back Imani Vidal trotting back out to the field. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. Chargers getting set. 1st and 10. Play action now for Herbert. Dumped off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Herbert. We've got a screen to the running back. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Jahan Campbell, yet another first-round defender out of Alabama. They're on the tackle.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
On third down, Herbert. Johnson finds the football, complete. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
So after the incompletion, still at that 40-yard line for second and 10. Now Herbert again. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Third down, they need 7. They'll air it out on third. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left with fourth down here.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. The Eagles and A.J. Brown getting set for another look on offense here. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. Eagles getting ready. Here comes first and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Coming to the line for another first and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
And he works this to the 38 before going down.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. They give to Barkley, left side. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Prime Time. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is within reach. Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this third down. They go to Barkley again. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Escapes the defender. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. How about 19 yards on fourth down, partner? And the call to go for it pays off.
First down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
All set now, 1st and 10. Hurts tucks it, starts running, and he gives himself up after a short gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Hurts now from the gun. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. He was looking for Dallas Goedert there. And that brings up 3rd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. They'll try again from the 4. It's 2nd and goal. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Hurts looking to throw. It's a screen to Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles now trail by just a point in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th.
35-35.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. They're headed out there after just watching their lead disappear, but going off of that, an opportunity does exist now for an immediate answer.
And I'm going to say the quiet thing out loud here, Kate. There is a part of this offensive group that just loves this opportunity. They get the chance right now to answer, and not just that, but possibly come up with a game-winning drive.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Completed to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here's a give to Vidal. They call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They stay on the ground with Vidal, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's him on the quick hitter. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Running with Vidal out of the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll throw 3rd and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. J.K. Scott will kick it away. That's taken at the 15. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First call here coming from the shotgun. They run it with Saquon. Jukes away from one. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Eagles.
Kate, a run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. 1st down throwing for Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Throwing here, Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Now he takes it. On the move into the red zone. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Eagles.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Here's Saquon. And this hasn't been a common sight out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Putting the tight end in motion. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. He got away from a couple of defenders, but they just kept coming. This one's going to end the loss, Brock.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, Chargers have 6 DBs out there. Back to throw it. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, got to find a way to win.
36-yard attempt.
Kicked well, and this is good! And late in the 4th, they have grabbed the lead.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here comes Davis. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Vidal on his own read. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Chargers trail by a field goal. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Herbert from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get 6 and a first down as well.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Quinyon Mitchell on the coverage.
He motioned the tight end over. Here he is to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Couldn't connect with Lad McConkey. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
Now to throw. Catch made left side by McConkey. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game. The 4th down call ends in a defensive highlight as he picks up the throw and gets his guys off the field.
You know, one way or another, it looked like they were going to get off the field that time, but it's so much sweeter as a defense to run off that field holding the ball. So many defensive coaches in this league preach it. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Not only the energy you create on your side, but that little seed of doubt you put in the quarterback's mind the next time he goes out to throw it.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun give now to Bigsby. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Setting up to pass. He's going to run for it. And fly, Eagles fly. He gets him the 1st down, partner, and that's going to seal this win. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Here's a designed run. Hurts. So it's an Eagles win here in this one. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
That does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott. The Eagles are winners as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.
Why are you giving up? Are you kidding me?